welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to talk to you about the Camaro. And my friend and the old owner of the 350 engine came by today, and he removed the intake on the new engine, and it looked quite clean actually under the intake. And we started talking about what I should do with the car and things like that. And we agreed on that I would be needing a new torque converter. So that's the reason why I have it open right here. I have bought this model for my Camaro. As you see, it fits that one, my model of the car. And it's because this particular converter has a higher stall speed, and this one should be getting up to, I think it was like 2400 and 2800 RPMs. I'm not sure, but I think it was it. So this is a, I think you can call it a high RPM converter. And the reason is because the reason that I ordered this one is because the one I have right now doesn't go so high in RPMs, so the engine doesn't rev up so much, and I don't get so much horsepower from it because of that. So I ordered this one today, so hopefully it should arrive soon. According to the company, it said like between 3 and 5 business days. So maybe this week, and if it doesn't arrive this week, it should arrive next week. Yeah, but we'll see about that. And the next thing I was planning to talk to you guys about was the intake. I were planning on using the high-rise intake, but the thing is, as you see right here, this is a Elderbrock intake. It looks quite similar actually to mine. A couple of minor differences, but yeah, it's quite similar. And the reason why I might actually use my old intake is because this part right here is so tall, and with the injection, I think it's called, you know, the part where the gasoline and air mixes up, and then it gets down into ignition chamber with the other parts down in the engine, so to speak. And with everything, with the intake and with the high rise, this high rise, and everything on top of that, it would get so tall that it might actually would get in contact with the hood, so I might actually need to cut up a hole in the hood, or might even be needing to change the hood. for like plastic hood with, you know, the 4 pins, and just the 6 pins is like a hair clip that you just put through the little standoffs that is sticking up through the hood, and you put in the pins through that, so it keeps the hood down, so it doesn't fall off and fly away. So I actually might need to get that, but it might be later in the future if I really want to use the high-rise intake. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do about that. And I have started to prepare the engine for the beginning of putting it down again. And but before I do that, before I put it in again in the engine bay, I need to have this one, because I can't put this in before, no, after I put the engine in, I mean, because this part is going into the gear in the transmission, so I can't access this part if I put the engine in first. So that's why I'm gonna put a little pin in the garage videos, and many of you might have been watching my other video when I was removing the engine, when I was removing it from the side of the car and not from the front, and put in the new engine from the front, so you don't have to worry about that, because it was a lot of work to take the old engine out from the side. But I did that only because I was trying to avoid to take off the front panel of the car, front bumper I mean. But now when I really need to remove it, I'm going to remove it temporarily, just to get the new engine in, because I can't do it in the same way I did when I was removing the old engine. I can't do it. And I know it might have seemed stupid to taking it out from the side, but yeah, as I said, it was only to try to skip the whole removal of the front bumper, nothing else. I knew that you should take it out from the front, because then you can just lift it up a little bit and then pull it towards you, and then lift the whole engine out. It's quite simply if you do it in that way. So now like this afterwards, I should have removed the front panel bumper from the beginning. I should have done it, I know. Because it was a lot of work, and I really don't want to. I will never remove an engine in that way ever again, not in a million years. So yeah, I ordered this one, so I'm gonna change it before I put the old engine down. No, the new engine down. Just to get higher RPM between the shifts in the gears. So yeah, that's the whole thing about this one. And another thing I was going to talk about with the intake was gonna see, yeah, right here, these 4 bolt holes. in the new engine isn't aligned perfectly. So I've talked to a friend and asked him what I should do, and he said you can take a drill and drill out a little bit here in the holes just to get it bigger, because you can't get in the bolts if you don't. So you just take a drill bit or something like that, or maybe a round file, just to get that those four holes a little bit more open. These four. Uh, these outer holes, no problem, not at all. I just put in the bolts and turn a little bit, and I got it in immediately. So it was only these four that I had problem with, and I tried both with the high-rise intake. It was like a racing intake. I bought it from a friend too. And I tried with my Elderbrock intake too. Same problem. The middle ones. Not any other bolt holes at all. Just the middle ones. These four was the only problem on the intake. So I tried to drill it out a little bit with a drill I had in the garage, but I still couldn't make it to fit the bolts, and I know it was the right bolts. I tried, and I also tried to take the exact bolt that I was trying to get in those four holes to put it in the exact same four holes in the old engine, and in the old engine it fit immediately. It just popped in perfectly, but not in the new engine. So we started to think if it had something to do with the toppar. I'm not sure what it's called in English. Yeah, but I'm gonna fill it in right here. So we started to think if it had to do something with those, because they didn't look original with engine. So we started to do some research about the engine and to see what other people had done to solve the exact same problem that I have right now, and they said the same thing. Just drill the holes out a little bit, because all of this is just aluminum, so it's very soft. So it isn't so hard to drill in. So it's quite nice working material actually. I'm very glad that it isn't like stainless steel, because that is a nightmare to work in. And it may also come up a gaming video today. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And the reason why I'm uploading so late these couple of days is because I've been working in a garage during the daytime, and then been spending a little time with my girlfriend and things like that. So that's the reason with that. And we also noticed something else today. These holes, but on the opposite side. You know, the intakes down to the combustion chambers on the sides and everything like that. Those holes are actually quite big. Even if you compare it with these ones, they are actually bigger than the holes on the intake. so it's quite massive actually. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see how everything goes, and I really hope that it will go quite smoothly from this point, because it would be very nice. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, and I see you guys next time. Bye.